Hello everyone, my name is David Lutchford, and in this lesson I'm going to be talking to you about gamma combos and double consonants. Now, they're not technically called gamma combos, that is a term I've come up with, but I thought it was a very good way to succinctly describe what I'm going to be talking about. What do I mean by gamma combos? Well, when gamma is followed by one of three consonants, it is not pronounced as a hard G like it is most of the time. As I said in my first lesson, gamma is usually pronounced G, like a hard G sound. However, there are three occasions when gamma is not pronounced like a hard G. One is if it's followed by another gamma, the second is if it's followed by a kappa, and the third is if it's followed by a chi. So, gamma gamma makes an ng sound, as in the word linger. Ng, ng, ng. Where you're pronouncing N at the back of your mouth as opposed to the front of your mouth. So gamma gamma sounds like ng. Gamma kappa makes an nk sound, as in the word bank. Nk, nk, nk. Gamma chi makes an nk sound, a bit like in the word anchor. This book, which is excellent by the way, the Oxford Classical Greek Dictionary, gives the example of anchor. However, I think it's a bit of a harsher sound than that, because a lot of the time we say anchor just like we say bank, if you see what I mean. It just sounds like NK in anchor, even though it's NCH. And gamma chi is, well, n plus chi, so nk, nk, nk. It's a bit harsher than anchor, I think. But what do I know? The people that wrote this book are experts, so trust them. You know, it's a very, very good book. I highly recommend it. Anyway, gamma gamma, ng. Gamma kappa, nk. Gamma chi, nk, nk. In all cases, the first gamma is pronounced at the back of your mouth as an ng sound. Let's do some pronunciation practice, having learned this. Look at this noun. Angelos, 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 meaning messenger. It came to mean angel in the New Testament, angelos, and it's where we got our word angel from, in fact. The second word is enclairma, enclairma, enclairma. An enclairma is an accusation or a charge. The third word we have here is enchos, 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 which is a spear or a lance. I'm now going to speak to you about double consonants. In ancient Greek you will see quite a few double consonants. You will see kappa kappa, lambda lambda, nu nu, pi pi, sigma sigma, and tau tau. These should be extended in terms of the pronunciation. Now it's obvious to us how to extend some of them, like lambda lambda. Instead of just saying l, you say l, you dwell on it for a bit longer. Likewise with nu nu and sigma sigma. But what do you do about kappa kappa, pi pi, and tau tau? Well, this excellent book says, for pi pi, think of the example in English, hip pocket. If you say it quickly, hip pocket, you do extend the P in the middle by pronouncing two P's close together. Hip pocket, hip pocket. Extend pi in that way if you find two pi's together. Likewise with tau tau, it says to think of rat trap. Rat trap in English. You do the same thing. You make that middle T longer by kind of pronouncing two together. Likewise, do that with tau tau. And I would say do the same with kappa kappa as well. Let's do some pronunciation practice. The first word here is Allah. Allah. Very common ancient Greek word meaning but. It's a conjunction. The second word we have here is a noun. Ecclesia. 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 You can hear that I'm trying to double it up in the same way we double up T in rat trap and double up P in hip pocket. Ecclesia means assembly. It's where we get the word ecclesiastical. The third word we have here is another very common ancient Greek word, and I think a very cool one. Hippos, 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 meaning horse. That's where we get the word hippopotamus. Hippopotamos. The word potamos means river, so a hippopotamus is a river horse. The fourth word we have here is talata, 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 meaning sea. The fifth word we have is talassa, 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 also meaning sea. You might think, well, how are these related? The answer to that is the first is from the Attic dialect of ancient Greek, and the second is from the Ionic dialect of ancient Greek. In Attic, they use double tau. In Ionic, they use double sigma. Fun fact. Anyway, that's enough about double consonants and enough about gamma combos. I hope you've learned something. You're nearly able to pronounce any ancient Greek word you come across. Just one more lesson, okay? Lesson 6, and then you're done. See you there.